Did you know I make a video every week for our patrons, teammates and sponsors? I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank our patrons. Their support is so appreciated as it helps support the channel in so many different ways. If you'd like to be kept bang up to date with current projects and events, see additional behind the scenes footage, and effectively be a virtual member of the team, then maybe consider becoming a patron yourself. Pop over to our Patreon page and check it out. There's plenty to see, even without signing up. Again, thank you so much. Your support is hugely appreciated. It's almost like a second channel. There's lots of stuff on there that you can see without being a patron, so go and give it a visit. But just to give you an insight, here's the midweek update video that I did straight after the rally. Anyway, all the information's in the description below. Welcome to another midweek update. These videos are for teammates, patrons and sponsors. As always, your support is hugely appreciated. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay, I'm really sorry that I didn't give you a midweek update last week because I was panicking trying to get the Rally Mini ready for our first ever gravel rally, as the John Dyer Memorial Rally stages. We made it, which is great, and that's the first step, isn't it? And what a rally it was. Oh my goodness. Where do I even start? At the beginning, of course.
Flashback.
On the Saturday, we had to do scrutineering and sign on. A lot of the organisers came up to us and said, Kev, I know you're not allowed to see the course, but we are genuinely worried about you and your little Mini. It is very bumpy and rutted, and there are some jumps and things like that, and we're like, oh my goodness. And then from that point on, Catherine, who was navigating, started to get really nervous, almost to the point that on Sunday morning before the rally, she basically didn't understand why she was doing it. She was going, it's wrong, you know, I'm going to hurt myself, we're going to hurt ourselves, we're going to kill the Mini. But luckily that didn't happen, obviously. So yeah, the first thing we had to do was scrutineering, and that was fine. One of the things they picked up on, which was really interesting, was that on the harnesses that we've got, they have to obviously be in date, they have to be FIA homologated, and they have a hologram sticker on them. Now on the Navigator, the hologram and everything else is on the left shoulder. I didn't actually look into the rules about this, so I didn't know that, and I only put it there because it's got the little loop for the intercom, and I thought, well, that's great. So on the driver's side, I put the strap with the loop and everything else on the right hand side because it's closer to the door, you know, so when service crew help you plug in and stuff. And they said, no, that hologram and everything else has to be on the left hand shoulder strap. I genuinely didn't realise there was a difference between the two harnesses, harness straps. So that's something I need to change. But yeah, that was the only thing they picked up on us in scrutineering, which is good. Sound test though, that was a different story. Apparently at rallies, it's a flat datum. All cars, no matter what they are, 4,500 RPM. And in this particular case, it wasn't allowed to be over 100 decibels. And now our Mini, for whatever reason, when it gets about 4.5, it's very hard to keep it at 4.5. You know, I can put my foot on the accelerator and it'll, yeah, I can anywhere, but at 4.5, it's not as if the throttle's sticky, but it just doesn't want to stay there. And I almost had to use like 2 feet to try and balance it at that point. Anyway, but the engine misbehaves bang on that point. Past it, fine, before it, fine, but on there, typically doesn't like it. And we peaked out at 106. And they were going, nope, you failed. Basically means you can't take part in the rally. So we're like, no, let's try again. And nope. And they were adamant, nope. It has to be under 100. So we went back to service and we tried all sorts of things to try and bring it down. They said maybe keep the engine running, let it warm up, and it sometimes that helps. We even put like a Coke can on the back to try and reduce the noise, but in the end, yeah, once it warmed up, we went round and luckily it just scraped through. They went, yep, that's fine, you've passed. Thank goodness for that. And the recorded number was 99. The story of the event is all about the exhaust, but one of the things I have to do is try and silence the car down a bit. First thing, I need to go and get it dyno tested so we can give it a tune, so hopefully that little thing will disappear. But also I'm probably going to add a center box to try and reduce the noise a little bit. There we go. And then that was it. We were giving our road book, which was Tulip Rally, so tulip notes. Never done that before. We found it very challenging.
It's this bit up here, isn't it?
Yeah, but that one correlates with that. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it is, yeah,
that's what I thought. I'm sure it's up there, but
Yeah,
the
it
one's
is.
there now, but it's
Yeah.
straight down.
Yeah, because these bail inside, they're along here.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, then one's
So
just
it's
there.
However, some advice from Dean, thank you very much Dean, was when we came home, we fired up Google Maps, and when you look on Google Maps, that you can actually make the tulips match the map, and then you kind of know where you're going. So that was great. So we could do the distances. So from one point to one bend to another bend, we could say it's 100 meters or 200 meters. But all those fears went away about the course being so, but no, let's not sugarcoat it. It was bumpy and rough as you like. It really was. But it didn't matter. We enjoyed it. And we played the game of Hare and the Tortoise. So we just said that we're only here for fun. We just want to finish. And the good news, we did finish. We actually finished the rally, and we only finished the rally because we drove conservatively. That's the phrase, isn't it? So a few of our competitors went up, quite a few people crashed, quite a few people broke down. We were seeded 27th, but only 25 cars actually made it to the start line. So instantly we were up 2 spaces there. But during the day, so many people dropped out that we finished in 14th place overall, so chuffed to bits for that. And there were 2 other cars in our class. One was a Nissan Micra and one was a 1300 Ford Escort. The Escort broke down because it damaged its cross member, possibly, I think it was. And the other one was a Nissan, who we came across on our stage, literally had a bit of a tank slapper going down a grass bank into a narrow bridge over a brook, basically missed the bridge and went in the brook. Luckily, everybody was okay and they managed to pull the car out, but that was them out, which put us in first place in our class. Unbelievable. So not only did we win a trophy, a trophy each, one for driver, one for navigator, we also got a £100 gift card from Rally Replay, who were sponsoring the event, so absolute bonus. And the car behaved so well. The only issue that we had was the center pipe on the exhaust after stage 4. There were 6 stages, so 4. The pipe sort of slid out from the LCB. I've got a stupid sort of stainless adapter that I had bung in it for air fuel ratio sensor, and it slid out, and we really struggled to keep it in place. We'd have to take the sump guard out, skid pan off the bottom, which by the way is beat to hell. Gosh, I'm so glad we had those on there. Push it back in and clamp it back up, but of course on the next stage it would come out again.
Just gonna have to do her up there to see what happens.
Keep pushing.
now you know where the bump bits are.
Yeah.
Once along the sleeve, like
So I need to review that. So yeah, there's going to be a whole new revamp of the exhaust, that's for sure. But yeah, at the trophy presentation at the end, there was one more trophy, and it was for the best clubman, and it was basically, you know, the best club attitude towards the rally or whatever, and it was a vote by the organisers, and we got it because, you know, we were the hare and the tortoise. We kept going, and everyone thought it was amazing. So we got an extra trophy, which I'm so pleased that we got that. That was the icing on the cake. It really was. So we enjoyed it. Catherine thoroughly enjoyed it in the end, and we just can't wait to do another rally now. But there's a lot of work to be done to that car, as far as the exhaust is concerned anyway. Oh dear. Oh, the intercom, by the way. Intercom people, thank you very much for your support. It worked really, really well. Thank you very much. The sound, I could hear everything that Catherine was saying, despite going over all the bumps and the gravel and everything else, and the exhaust coming off, which was almost deafening inside the car. It's revolutionised our rallying, it really has. Thank you very much. I did ask our sign people to make up some stickers with all your names, but unfortunately they didn't come up with the goods before the event, which is a shame. But guaranteed I'll have them made up and put on magnets so we can have them on the side of the car at the next event. Obviously I've done no work on Bernie. Have we seen Alfie? Is there an Alfie update this week? There's Alfie. Look at Alfie stretching.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There we go. Again, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I will give you a proper update next week. Ta-ta for now.